Guerrilla Games is famous for making video games that max out their current generation hardware, and now they are returning to form with the upcoming Horizon Zero Dawn, a post-apocalyptic post-apocalyptic open-world action game that puts you in the role of a robot dinosaur hacking huntress. Horizon Zero Dawn releases for PS4 and PS4 Pro on February 28th. The game, while critically well received ahead of its launch, is definitely a mashup of tons of elements, so we're here to break down everything you need to know before you go out and get it. Horizon Zero Dawn is classified as a third-person action RPG. It's got an open world, elements of stealth, action, hunting, character customization, dialogue, wheels, hacking, and crafting. So it's a bit of a far cry, no pun intended. Okay, pun intended, from Guerrilla Games' last outing, the Killzone series. The story for Horizon Zero Dawn takes place in a super post-apocalyptic world where robots known simply as machines, with a capital M, very creative there, roam the land and dominate, well, everything. Humans exist in tribes working together for survival, so if you're wondering how you could get cavemen and robots, that's how. The game centers around the story of Aloy, a huntress who was cast out from her tribe for reasons kind of unknown to her, at least at the start of the game. As such, she's devoted her life to skills that have allowed her to survive in the harsh world of the machines, capital M. And she plans on returning to her tribe to participate in a ceremony called the Proving. If you win at the Proving, you're allowed one request, basically a golden ticket for whatever you want. Rather than a unicorn or $1 million, Aloy wants to know why she was cast out of her tribe and the secret of her parentage. This line of questioning sends her off on a journey to discover the truth of the machines and the history of the world. As for the game's RPG elements, you'll be encountering various NPCs on your journey, which you can learn information from through the use of a dialogue wheel. You can also make modifications to your weapons, which all have unique stats. The game also features a skill tree where you can focus character development in one of 3 areas to create an Aloy of your choosing. The Prowler skill tree gives you better stealth upgrades, the Brave tree enhances Aloy's fighting and combat prowess, and Forager improves her crafting and collecting skills. Crafting is a big part of the game, as any of the machines can be stripped down for parts. Plus, the open world is full of items you can use as well. Killing machines yields shards, your basic crafting material, which can also be used as currency with different vendors. You'll also occasionally score a machine core, which can be sold at a higher value. Crafting can even be done on the fly in the heat of battle to give you various types of ammo needed to take down the variety of machines you'll encounter in the wild. There are 25 types of creatures in total, so more than enough variety for you to figure out. And of course, there are different ways of dealing with each of those. As Aloy, you can choose to fight or stealth your way through most encounters in the game. She can take them down quickly through stealth kills or lure them to her position, for instance. She's also able to override enemies and turn them to her side, or set traps to help with bigger enemies. Another helpful ability is tagging, which goes the extra mile in Horizon Zero Dawn. Aloy can even tag the patrols of enemies and see their footsteps after they've moved away. But for the most part, the star of the game is its open world, which is enormous, filled with stuff to do, and by all accounts, everything that we've seen, absolutely gorgeous. You can save manually at campfires, and once you've crafted a fast travel pack, you can quickly jump to any settlement or campsite you've already visited. Another way to traverse the world is via animals. You can override certain machine beasts so that you can mount them to move about more quickly. And who doesn't want like a giant cat robot pet that you can ride? Another feature getting a lot of buzz ahead of the game's release is the photo mode. You can stop the game at any point, much like Uncharted 4, and adjust a number of qualities like depth of field. Plus, you can even hide the player to make the shot that much prettier, or, well, at least landscapier. Any photos taken on the PS4 Pro, regardless of whether or not your display is 4K, will output in 4K, so get ready for lots and lots of pretty Horizon wallpapers. And speaking of the PS4 Pro, the game reportedly shines on Sony's newer, more beefy system. There's a PS4 Pro Day 1 patch which will offer advanced graphics settings and multiple options, plus a performance mode that ensures smoother frame rates and higher visual fidelity in 1080p. Digital Foundry's reviewed the game's performance on PS4 Pro as well, calling it the best 4K game released yet, so that's saying something. Now, regardless of which version you'll be playing, you can enjoy Horizon Zero Dawn for yourself next week. It's not that far away. Are you planning on picking it up? Let us know in the comments. Now, for more details about the hottest new releases, be sure to check out more videos in our Know Before You Go Primer series. And if you want to know how critics are receiving this game, we've got an Is It Good that we'll leave for you in the end slate.
I didn't ask questions.
Why am I an outcast? Who was my mother?
Always you pushed for answers. Push yourself.